name is jobless.
Campaigning because it's his turn to become president, and he's doing what he has to do, regardless of what you feel. The only problem Tinubu has is in the ranks, or Shimbajo, who will Buhari support this or that. You know what I mean? And it's still based on, you guys promised me this. It's our turn. So if it's your turn, I'm the one that is supposed to be there. I worked for Lagos. I worked for you. I kept Lagos on, for you.
Yeah.
It's my right. That's why it's taking it personal that Oshibajo is and Oshibajo has not even said anything by himself. You understand? So Nigeria doesn't belong to us, my brother.
It's for the 1% of the 1%.
Of course. I saw a video of those kids. Those Hausa kids one time. They're driving their Ferraris and all, and they were like, "Oh, we are the." They were just. They weren't talking about other average Nigerians. They were talking to themselves.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't matter. The people don't matter. Those politicians don't care about us, because it's a normal way in Nigeria for people not to care about people. The rich want to keep trotting on the poor. Island, mainland.
You
know?
Island, mainland.
Yeah, so you're living on...
That already defined your class.
Exactly.
Even though some places on the island are even as more trash than what you're going to see.
Yeah, but then, because of the ideology of the island, even the trashy places are becoming expensive.
Yeah.
Now, do you know it's water that they're selling in Lagos?
Yeah.
They'll sell water for you and sand filling.
Yeah. I've seen,
For real?
I've seen quite a
absolutely.
Yeah. I used to live around Chevron. Most of the new buildings they were putting on, they were actually sand filling the small river that is there. They're covering it up and building houses.
Now, do you know why I hate Landmark Beach? Because that's not a beach. A beach where I can see the horizon. I can throw a stone and it will get to the other side of the beach at Landmark. Am I lying?
Yeah, it's not a beach.
So this country puts money over lives. And you know what they say greed does? Greed blinds. So the greed has blinded them so much that they don't even know that they're hurting everybody, including themselves. Look at Kuramo.
Yeah.
They turned it into a city, another city.
Yeah.
That place was supposed to be a beach.
Yeah. Kuramo is Eco-Atlantic now. Yeah.
To what end? Money?
Yeah. They will do anything. They'll do anything for it. And you know what baffles me, Shell, is most times when you look at these guys, because sometimes I just put their name in Google and check their profile, check their biography, what they've done, and you'll be so surprised that many of them are freaking learned. They went to Ivy League schools. They've been out there. They have the experience, so they know how things work.
It's a generational thing,
but they just don't give a fuck.
Well, because the foundation is already faulty. Now, a rich man sends his son to Harvard, right? He goes to Harvard to learn economics, to learn all this stuff. He doesn't go to learn morals. He's used to stealing his dad's money. Even before he went into Harvard, he's used to the flashy life. He knows the only way he can sustain that life, is by stealing. It's a circle. They all want to be rich. So he's not going to become a good politician just because he has a good heart. It's a pattern already. Nigeria is you see, hey God, Nigeria is fucked up. I swear to God. You don't know, because even the average person is fucked. People feel so entitled to your money.
Yeah.
People are greedy. People hate people. It's even the hate for me.
Rugged used to say that. See, we say the country is bad, but the people has a
worse.
lot to do, because
people are worse.
The people are worse. The kind of things people do. Sometimes you imagine that even if you are in the government, right, you ain't gonna do anything better.
I wish we could talk about Nigeria on this show. Honestly, it's just very difficult to do, but there's a lot to say, especially this election time.
Yeah,
there's a lot to say. This lady came out to say she wanted to contest. One of the daughters of one, young female.
One something Okuno.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I read the comments and I laughed. And the people that are shouting, you YouTube rule, and they were saying nonsense. This one, what does she know?
Yeah. Who is this one? Where she come from?
I just saw them dragging somebody this morning. This Leo guy from Big Brother.
No.
Are you supporting?
Yeah. He did.
I'm like, who have you guys? Is it bad for this person now to support this person?
No, it's bad for anybody to support Tinubu.
It is actually bad. See,
from the point I'm coming from is that there's no candidate. Which other candidate do we have?
There are candidates.
There are candidates.
There are candidates. And if there is no candidate, people should step up.
Yeah. They are candidates. See,
there are candidates.
Let me tell you my problem with Tinubu. Right? Tinubu has a fantastic track record when it comes to politically when it comes to Lagos State, right? And he has always been the echo himself. You know, when Tinubu say yes is yes when it comes to Lagos, right? But my problem is Tinubu is 300 years old.
Of course, there's nothing he wants to offer.
There's Baba. Just go and chill.
He should have fielded his son.
Just relax.
He should have just fielded his son for governor. Start from there. Build your own. So when he does governor, and you're still alive for 8 years, goes for presidency. He's still young. Maybe he'll be in his 50s or early 50s or late 40s.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his son.
His son, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
That, you know, but they're so greedy, they're so blinded by their greed that even their offsprings are suffering from it.
Yeah.
Because that boy is old enough to run for governor.
Yeah, because I don't know. See, the same problem we had with Boo Boo is the same problem we are going to have with Tinubu. He's going to be medical checkup today, medical checkup tomorrow, medical checkup next tomorrow, and before you know, 4 years is gone. Aside all that, Tinubu should not be president of Nigeria. Why?
Because he has nothing to offer the country. He has not, bro. I mean what I'm saying. Sometimes, you don't do things just because you can. You factor a lot of things into consideration. A lot of people don't want Tinubu. A lot of people would rather have somebody else be president.
But do you think that might be the Buhari's effect? The reason why, what I mean by Buhari's effect is,
what you mean.
Yeah, because the expectation was so high when Buhari was coming in, and everybody felt like, oh, something is going to happen. At least there are people that actually left Nigeria because Buhari became president,
because he had an anti-corruption track.
But at the end of the day, Buhari became president and nothing happened.
Because Nigeria has no structure. Nigeria has no structure. A country without structure, there's nothing you can do that will work. Because people don't answer to people. There's no direct responsibility for actions. If I ever become president in Nigeria, my major campaign will be people taking responsibility for their actions.
Yeah. And that's key. That's key. Nobody takes responsibility for anything in this country.
You know?
Nobody. And that's key. Because once you know that there is a consequence to this, right? So you already plan yourself before even going into it, because you know there's going to be a backlash. But people do shit and just get the fuck away with it.
People not taking responsibility or even assuming any kind of responsibility. Now, the issue of EFCC, police and everything, the NDLA has been on the sidelines for a while, right?
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a thing of, amongst the force, who's the most popular? So the NDLA too is trying to overdo and outdo.
Yeah.
Because now it's the guy saying, we went to the FCC meeting. Everybody was just talking about the EFCC chairman. You know, so NDLA would not too. He wants to blow amongst them. It's not about us.
So that's why you can go to people's house and bust them at the middle of the night with no warrant.
And it's not like you have information that this person is a drug baron.
Yeah.
Is a user. Under the Nigerian laws, as I heard, it's a bailable offense.
Yeah.
So why would the NDLA go bust somebody?
Go bust them being a user. Look, as a matter of fact, if you actually look at what they wrote, right, in their write-up, and they're saying they found 5 grams of tramadol, 5 grams. I'm like, are you serious right now? You could even write this out.
I know.
Come on now. You shouldn't. Obviously, this person is a user. You get, and being a user, I don't know when that becomes busting people at night with guns.
It's not even right.
Abba now.
It's all right. I brought weed when I was coming from America. I brought my own weed now. That lasted me for a while. Now, why was I able to move it from New York? I know it's legal in New York. It's legal in Jersey. But when I go to Nigeria, I made sure nobody saw me. Because Nigeria, if they see you with one small Igbo like this, they'll slap you first. And that's the one that I cannot take.
Yeah.
They have arrested me for like a very small.
Did they slap you?
No, I paid 350k.
Can you imagine?
350k.
Yeah, and I slept in cell too.
Can you imagine? It's the assault for me. It's crazy.
So
It's crazy.
What were you? What did they catch with
it
you?
was like it was weed. but
Just weed or?
very small, like you know when they call Claro, the smallest parts.
Yeah.
I saw it inside my cigarette pack, and they were like, "Yo, I'm going to."
You're sleeping in jail tonight.
I had to bill myself.
Nigerian police, what you are wearing go see. Once you get into conversation with them, that is when you know, man, this country has problems.
Who do you think?
This country has a whole lot of
You
problems.
didn't finish it. This country has systemic problems. A systemic problem is deeper than a usual regular problem.
Yeah.
A systemic problem is a problem that can only be tackled one way. And that one way is a difficult way because before it got to that point, it grew branches. Everything is linked to each other. You want to be a governor, you want to do right. Do you know permanent secretaries are the biggest thieves in this country?
Yeah.
Even more than ministers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Civil servants.
Yeah.
Civil servants. Nobody even knows that.
Yeah. People don't even
People
look at
don't
them.
know.
Yeah.
Look at the people stealing money. Even the ministers cannot steal as much as those ones are stealing. Look at everybody stealing money. Look at how big the federation is. Nobody can handle Nigeria now. No one president. The first thing they have to do about Nigeria, go back to regionalism. Regional police, if they don't want to give state police, regional policing is good. You understand? It brings the people closer to power. If we went back to regional states now, and the western region had a governor that was Yoruba, or maybe, and is the head of the regional government,
yeah.
we will still feel like we can talk to him
Yeah.
rather than the state capital to be in Abuja. Do you know how far Abuja is from people that live in Ibadan? Even in their minds,
Yeah.
it's unreachable.
Yeah. People in Lagos go. Yeah, it is unreachable.
It's unreachable.
It's far out, right? And the capital used to be Lagos now. Before I think it was IBB that changed it to Abuja.
Moved it to Abuja.
And I think it was for a purpose.
Of course it was.
Yeah,
To
it was-
develop the north. To develop the north. Because if the capital wasn't in the north, there would be no reason to allocate resources there.
Sure, I'm going to lose everything.
But not started, have we?
Since
Are you serious?
yeah, we don't do intro and all that. We just keep sucking.
Which was absolutely real.
Yeah, you just
You know, they've killed Nigeria. Honestly. No one-time president can fix Nigeria.
No.
It's not possible. So if people are expecting somebody to come and do a miracle, they're just...
And you know the funny thing, if you check the mindset of an average Nigerian, they are not too hard to satisfy. As long as
Lights.
the basic needs is there for them,
Mhm.
they are happy people. Happy people. Although some of us are just
Crazy.
over the board, right? But a whole lot of Nigerians are happy people. Okay, once they know, okay, there's money in my pocket to eat, are they okay? I will still drink beer for evening, and tomorrow morning, like, they are good.
Everybody in the world is a happy person. Every society just has its own unique challenge. Like the United States now has its own challenge.
Yeah.
Or challenges. But basic living is not part of it.
Yes. At least you eat.
Now, Nigeria has multifaceted challenges. Like the moment the issue of people using escorts in Nigeria. It's a menace.
Bro,
Crazy.
It's a menace. Now,
it's so annoying.
Now, everybody has an escort.
Yeah.
They're kidnapping people on Lagos Ibadan Expressway.
Amoribas have escort now.
We have policemen all over the streets of Lagos.
Yeah. Doing nothing.
None on the express. The few that are on the express are there to extort. Is that not a systemic problem? How do you start to attack that?
It is.
Because if you really want to fix the police force, you have to fire every policeman and recruit them. Okay, maybe not fire. give them suspension, like the old police.
They
Suspend them, dissolve the police. Now
rearrange
the army. Let the army take over for a while. While they train the police, all those ones that they now retrain them. The ones that fail the training, they fire them. Go find another job.
Yeah.
Because most of these policemen don't even know what's right or wrong.
Bro. You see that siren thing that you talked about, right? Is one of the things that makes me feel like, do we even know what we're doing? Bro, somebody was just telling me that there is a guy in Ikorodu that felt like going through the traffic every day because he works in Ikeja, and going through the traffic every day is too much for him, and he went to buy an ambulance.
Wow.
So he wakes up in the morning, once he's going to work, he just put on.
Is that a normal country?
And run through everybody like
human being.
It's the country.
Nobody's even going to question him.
Yes, exactly.
You get? They don't even know that. Sometimes, Baba, I feel tell you say all my time in America, right? I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like a private individual using a siren or an escort if it's not a fire service or an ambulance service.
It's illegal.
Are you when you are not mad? Wait, you don't even
the president.
You don't even honk your horn. You don't even honk.
You don't honk.
I could be in America for 1 year and not honk more than twice.
Yes, you don't even honk.
Why are you honking?
Honking will only come when it is necessary. Maybe
absolutely.
As a matter of fact, there are some areas that there are fines. You pay like 1,500
of
for
course
honking.
Like around the hospital or you know,
you can't honk around an hospital. There are places that maybe senior living and all that you cannot.
Just go to Lekki here and see the way they disgrace themselves.
Go to Lekki. Go to my balcony here and watch downstairs and see. It is
blowing on.
It is even in front of Evercare that is like a major hospital. In front of it, there is always gridlock.
The level of illiteracy in Nigeria? Do you have an idea? Nigeria is an illiterate society.
True.
The educated people in Nigeria are not. Even the ones that went to school are not educated.
Yes. And when we say illiteracy, we're not really referring to you not going to school. It's different.
What do you use the school do?
You understand?
Yeah.
You went through the school. Did the school go through you? No.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even develop themselves personally. Most of us developed ourselves one way or the other.
Yeah. Because if many of us check where we're coming from before we get to this point, you wouldn't be surprised if you end up being like one of those.
Of course. Even some of us that our parents still had some kind of means.
Yeah.
But we grew up in places where, imagine your parents having money and you live in Mushi. Right?
Yeah.
There'll still be
Mushi.
It's in you. So you still have the tendency to be nonsense as a person. But then we chose our parts.
Yeah.
And we chose our paths. We decided this was what we wanted for our lives.
Yeah.
And we pursued it. Now, a lot of people don't know better.
True.
A lot of people know better. They don't even want to do better. Because most Nigerians only complain when things are not working for them.
Yeah.
An average Nigerian will rather use escorts.
But you don't study this. Yeah. An average Nigerian will use an escort. As long as it's good.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what the next person feels.
But he would only complain when he doesn't have an escort and someone in an escort rides him.
Yeah.
But if he has a friend that has an escort, it's the same person that complained.
Yeah.
When he's with his friend that just came from America and has an escort and they're in that escort, he will do the same thing he complained about to other people.
Yeah. The average hypocrisy kind of mindset.
Anybody who's going to rule Nigeria has to be very firm, stern, and decisive. Nigeria is not a democratic nation. Democracy doesn't work for. No, I'm not rubbishing. Democracy is the only, democracy is like monogamy. The first in monogamy on the world. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, people should have been able to make their choices of being monogamous or polygamous.
Yes.
Based on relationships. I want to take another wife. Are you cool with it? I want to take another man. Are you cool with it? It shouldn't be made the standard of living. Who made the rules?
Yeah.
Nigeria is a
No, I need you to talk more about that. About the monogamy shit, right?
yeah, because
Why is monogamy a thing?
because they made it a thing.
Yeah. Ooh. And why? Is it an African thing? Because I know it's never an African thing.
Absolutely not.
Yes. And once the law is part of the old system and the law makes you legal as husband and wife, then that means like there's a watchdog monitoring whatever the marriage is and everything, and it doesn't make any sense to me at the end of the day. What if I don't want to be a monogamist?
Well, people still find a way to walk around it. They still marry who they want to marry. They still secretly date the people they want to date. They still have children from other women. We live in a very, very hypocritical society. We lie to ourselves. We're fake. We want to impress people that don't care.
Yeah.
The first thing I eliminated from my life was caring about people's opinion about me. I do not. The only person that the opinion matters in my life is my wife.
It's your wife.
And the reason is because I want to be fair and I want to be a good person. Not because I'm obligated to. Because I chose to be as a person. Hey, I want my wife to be happy.
Yeah.
I don't want her to feel like she's second class.
Yeah.
I don't want her to feel like... And another thing is, even men and women don't treat themselves properly. You know, there are two species in this world.
Yeah.
And we hate each other so much.
So much. I had a guest a couple of days ago and we were talking, and she was the feminist kind of girl. And at the point I said, do you know that men and women are not equal? Like, men has 9 ribs and I believe women are 7. And she was like, are you sure about that? I was like, I'm not sure, but let's check. When we actually checked, she was right. Men and women have the same number of ribs.
Of course they do. It's a human anatomy now.
And I was like, do you know, I actually learned this from the church.
It's in the Bible now that the woman was taken from the man.
But does it relate to us as human beings?
It was in the Bible that the women... I've forgotten the way it's in the Bible. Like, they
made the man sleep and they formed the woman out of his rib. Now, we're just humans. We're just people. We don't know those things. We don't know the beginning of creation. Creation is bigger than us. Now, creation is also fair. Women are weaker, but it doesn't mean that they are at a disadvantage. Creation is balanced. Men are strong, but who really rules the world? Women. As I am a man, I'm a husband. There is nothing I can do without my wife agreeing to it, one way or the other.
Yeah.
Except you don't want to be happy.
There'll be problem.
Except you don't want to have peace. Now, as a man, if you come to me for a favor, I might not do it for you. But if an average random woman comes to me for a favor, I might do it. You know, I have a higher chance of doing it. So it's balanced. Where the man has it, the woman doesn't. Where the woman has it, the man doesn't. Because we cannot all be the same. But it doesn't mean that one is less valued than the other. Women get mad because they cannot fight back. You have a wife. I keep using wives as an example. Women are people too. Not any less people than you are. They just have a different outlook.
Yeah.
So if you slap your woman, it's like slapping a man in a woman's body. She feels the same pain that a man would feel if you slap them. The same bruise to their ego.
Yeah.
But we don't see women as people. We see women as women. And that's why this African society is still messed up. The moment we start seeing women, in other worlds, they see women as people. And now, that seeing women as people is even putting the world into more trouble. because the women have had so much, what's the word now? Not AIDS now. Resentment from men over time.
Yeah.
So now that they're having this kind of balance, they want to overuse it. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
It's just like the black community and the white community.
Yeah.
The pain, the scar is still there.
Still there, regardless. Even with the fact that there is no slave owner living on earth anymore. Right now. maybe indirectly. A direct slave owner, somebody that just come and buy people, I don't think he's anywhere in the Western world now.
The only way,
even with that car,
even with reparations,
Yeah.
this car will never
Yeah,
leave.
to the
Because
floor.
even when they say, okay, let's do reparations, let's pay black people for all their sufferings, black people will still find a way to still complain.
Yeah.
Because you cannot equate money with the psyche.
Yeah.
You cannot pay people for their pain.
Yeah. Yeah. The brainwashing, the whole I'm inferior to you, you're superior. Where do you want to start from? How do you want to unlearn that from people's mind? I don't like even me, bro. There were times I used to feel like a white person is superior to me
Well,
naturally when I was still growing up, because they presented every white person like when you were growing up. Maybe if you grow up in places like Ikorodu or Mushin, you've not seen when Oyibo person will walk on the street and all the kids will come out and be shouting
but it's not their fault, and I'll tell you why.
It's not.
Go to Ilu Oyibo and see how it is. Come to Ilu Dudu and see how it is. So if we went to the court of life and black people charged white people to the court of life in front of the gods, well, judge this case. Why do white people think they're better than us? Why do our kids think white kids are better than us? Okay, look at their society, look at yours. Judge yourself.
But then again, we cannot also compare a society that has revolutionized itself.
What were we doing while they were doing that?
We were revolutionizing ourselves in an African way.
Bro.
Before the disruption happened. I want to believe that
What
they weren't.
disruption?
What I mean by disruption is before the white people came.
White people came on a boat, bro.
Yeah.
On a boat to somewhere they've never been before, and they took it over. How? On a boat. Maybe 200 of them came to a place where there were thousands of people. There is no excuse, bro.
Angle.
There is no excuse.
They were fitted men.
Of course they were.
Fitted men. Because I know I've read somewhere when they said when the colonial masters came to Africa, they were surprised that there was nobody obese. Everybody was ripped out, strong African men, and that was why they needed them more to go work for them, because they were stronger. They had stronger genes. They were really, really strong, and they came. But come to think of it, this is like a city of its own, right? Thousands of people, if not millions of people.
I think they're probably trusting.
Yeah.
No. We weren't trusting.
We
weren't
over
trusting.
6 million African slaves in,
We weren't
in
trusting.
West Africa alone.
You know what we were?
It's the way you want to. You just trust that okay, traveling to America, you have to.
No, we weren't trusting.
No. Before they introduced force, they came in as friends. People were open to them, right? It was during the old I know you, you know me, I meet you, I want this, trade by barter, I need men that can work for me. That was when we started selling ourselves as Africans.
Thank you. No, we didn't start selling ourselves. Literally, we started selling ourselves, not out. Before slave raid began, people were already selling slaves in Africa.
Really?
Of course. The world was a slave society. The Americans were slaves to the Britons. So the issue of slavery is not even something that we should still be talking about, right, because the whole world had their fair share of slavery. Fair share. So why are we still talking about slavery as black people? Let's get over it. Now, this is a very insensitive thing to say. It's very insensitive. The reason it's insensitive is because people don't like to face their truth. Truth is bitter. So if I can sit there and say, oh well, okay, in America, why do Nigerian kids thrive when they go to American schools, and black kids complain that they've been marginalized, which they have been? I'm not even taking anything away from that. The system was rigged against them from the start.
Yeah.
But black kids still go to the same societies
And
thrive.
Yeah.
Because already, before we even leave our society, we're used to obeying the rules because we are always forced to do things here. So a black man will go, a Nigerian man will go to America, and when the cops stop you, they probably won't kill you eventually because you are used to being afraid of police. So when those police are talking to you, just be saying, yes, okay, but the average black guy is like, why are you talking to me like that?
Why the fuck do you pull me over?
Why you pull me over? But Nigerians don't fight for their rights.
Bro, I get Akata brother-in-law. We say, I know they like make it drive me.
Of course.
Right? Because if police stop, before the police ask him a question, even you don't ask 300, it will just go back to back. Why did you pull me over? What the fuck did I do? Like, I'm like, I gotta calm down now. Like,
and racism is real.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. I'm not taking anything away from black people being racist against black people.
Of course,
Chinese people being racist against black people. There's a video of a footballer that Chinese people were chanting. Now it's not gonna stop.
Never.
It's never. Racism will never end.
Okay, Sheon, let's look at it from this angle. Do you think there is a way black people around the world, right, the ones in Australia, America, come back
It's not possible
to build Africa
it's not
as a
possible.
continent?
It's not possible.
We don't need everybody, but we need the key players.
You're here, I'm here, right? A lot of people are here. What have we been able to build? It's a systemic problem in Africa. It's system. It's not just something that you remove this can work. It's something that, like I said, anybody who's going to lead Nigeria, I don't want to use the word rule Nigeria, has to be decisive. First thing you have to first thing you're going to renovate is prisons. Our prisons. The moment they elect you, people just say that they are working on all the prisons in the country, renovating them, putting more beds, because you're going to send a lot of people to jail, minor offenses. And now, we have to make sure that the prison system is not a stigmatized system. It's a correctional facility. It's a correctional system. We have to remove the stigma from imprisoning people if we're ready to make this country work. People will get 3-month sentences, 6-month sentences for minor misdemeanors. Why is Dubai? The only reason Dubai is because everybody takes responsibility for their actions. If you go to Dubai, no matter where you're from America, and you go and you can rack up $70,000 in fines on just being Salad Road, or what's that name? Every infraction, you will pay for it. Even if the president of America does it, he will pay
for it.
You will pay for it.
I saw one crazy news a couple of months ago that there is a guy in prison in Nigeria, right? I think it's maybe fraudulent shit, but they've sent him to prison. But for a reason, the guy's wife got pregnant. He is in prison. The wife got pregnant, and he is the father of the baby.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Okay, because during the naming ceremony, the guy was present.
It doesn't matter,
right? My point is, somebody in prison was able to get out.
Maybe he had conjugal visit rights.
Conjugal visit rights. Come out to
He came out.
his wife.
No, maybe when she was visiting.
Okay, maybe he did it inside, but he was there
At his naming
as his
ceremony.
naming when the Olori
Onki.
don't know gidi
Now
gan.
that's where we have to start the conversation.
I thought he's in prison. Are you fucking kidding me? So they had to pick him. They had to go back to his wife. How did this guy
Get out of here.
get out to do all these things?
With Nigeria, it's Nigeria now.
Nigerian system. Oh man,
Anything is possible.
what's Yawiri?
See, that's the word for that. Anytime I think of it, I say, Ilu Yawere gone. like I just say, Ilu Yawere gone. Because there is no structure. I keep talking about structure. If lanes were marked, people would drive less crazy.
Yes. Yes. That's a nice
So why has nobody thought about that?
I'm marking the lane.
And marked lanes? Because if you're driving and you see somebody driving in between lanes, even you will be telling the person that, are you mad? But when there is no marking, 4 lane will become 7.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows where to really stay.
True.
Then again, why is it so hard for every car to be registered to the owner and you can easily track traffic offenses back to.
Do we have a database?
We don't.
So what are we talking? What are we talking
So-
about? Nigerian problem is a systemic problem. Deal with the root. Let everybody be. Why can't we have a database? Everybody, they've registered BVN, they've registered NIN, they've registered everything,
Yeah.
and they still don't
All
have a
cell
database.
phones, but still, they still don't have it.
Why? Bureaucracy,
Probably they're doing these things on purpose because they know.
bro.
They know.
Every government is a cartel. Every government. Now there are juntas.
Mm.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Example: Dubai is ruled by kings, right? It's not a democracy. It's ruled by a king, and it has families that can succeed, successions.
Yeah.
It's a cartel, a formal, legit cartel. But in some countries, it's a junta because it's jungle justice.
Yeah.
All man for himself.
Yeah.
Dubai takes care of his own citizens,
Yeah. Well, very
but
well.
Nigeria doesn't. What are we going to... A society without justice can never thrive. There is no justice in our society. Do you know how many people have been killed by police? What do you think is happening to their families right now? Any president that loves Nigeria, if I ever become president in Nigeria, you know the people that will make money the most? Psychologists. I would open places where people can go and just talk.
Yeah.
People have gone through so much pain in Nigeria. Some that we have even we've sucked it up to the point that we now joke about it.
Yeah.
We now laugh about it.
Did you see the video of the guy that was coming from Lagos Ibadan Expressway that they kidnapped 4 of his friends? Did you see the video?
I didn't see the video.
Was heart-wrecking. Like, it was crazy. They actually sent him, his friends sent him a video that they said they were going to kill them 12 noon if they don't pay 15 million for each, 4 of them. And there were these masked men pointing gun to those boys' head in somewhere in one forest. That, bro, that thing can only happen in
Has anybody spoken about it?
nobody. Who gives a fuck?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a man.
Everybody
gives
wants
a
to escape
fuck.
Nigeria, but not everybody is going to escape. We need to let people know that.
Sad truth.
And once you don't escape Nigeria, and Nigeria is a looming disaster the way it is right now.
Yeah, it is.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Look at how things are becoming more and more expensive every day. At some point, people will not be able to afford anything anymore.
One sliced bread now is 800 naira.
One piece of egg is 100 naira. People will not be able to afford anything anymore. People don't know what's going on in this country.
I actually even saw the news that they are planning to increase the gas price to 302
It's
per
going
liter.
on.
from
Even
next
the
month.
supposed rich people that live on the island. Every time I go out to eat, I cry because I get no value for my money.
Mm.
At some point, people will now start putting money on the table and be eating money because
That's what we call it.
that's what we're eating already, money.
It is hard, Sheon, because the society itself is being controlled by who has money and who doesn't.
By greed.
Greed. That's everything.
People are slaves to money.
People actually respect you because you have money.
People are slaves to money. Slaves don't respect their masters. They are forced to serve their masters. And the only way you can keep someone as a slave is to make sure that the person doesn't have access to what will free that person. Nigeria is so bad that nobody is even talking about schools and education.
Dead.
We're still using 6334.
Mm-hmm. Dead.
When was the last time any researcher did anything about Nigeria's educational system? Nothing. No research is being done in Nigeria. Maybe private research, private, but on a larger scale. How can Nigeria trash COVID vaccines? Did they not know that they were going to expire? Did they not already map out a plan to administer those things? So why should a vaccine expire and have to be destroyed?
Mm.
Because I knew Nigerians really wanted to take that vaccine.
Yeah. Did you see the video of the COVID so-called people that were taken 225 to inject people in one area? That they later find out that it wasn't even the vaccine.
Is that the government's fault?
Some people just came together, just back injections and let's go and give these people at 225, and they were doing it until one person now challenged them that where are you guys from?
Fake EFCC inco. When are we going to start talking about that? So some random person can walk up to you because of how the security operatives in Nigeria have always treated the people. People can take advantage of that, and a random guy will lie that it's the EFCC, and you won't even be able to ask for ID.
Yeah.
Because on a normal day, if EFCC has cost you and you ask for ID, they will slap you.
They will slap you, yeah. They don't even believe it's your right to say, okay,
no.
can I sell identification? Yeah. Yeah.
No. So now it's easy for people because they know they prey on the fear of people.
Yeah. The NDLA video, the guy was actually telling him, you are mad, you're asking me for warrants, you're mad.
Yes,
who told you have a right?
Sure, Nigeria never mad like that.
You're asking me for asking you for warrants,
and I think because
and you said it's mad.
Everybody in Nigeria just feels it's normal because you really don't know another reality apart from that.
See, during the NSAS campaign, you notice that the people in the diaspora were more vocal in a way.
Yeah.
Apart from the people that went to the toll gate.
Yeah.
You see the passion. You know why? Because we've seen better. We've seen what's obtainable. There is no reason why Nigeria might not be as tush as America, but we can start from somewhere. We can start from being organized.
Yeah.
Western beef top tomato serves the whole of Bay Street in Staten Island. There are no markets, and people get everything they need.
Yeah.
Why do we need rowdy markets?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything is structure, organization.
Yeah.
If there's light, less people will come outside.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people will work from home. Yeah.
Exactly. People will watch TV. But when you have to use your generator, you want to save fuel, so you become a nuisance. You will have to go and sit by the roadside. From there, somebody will step on you. From there, noise will start.
Yeah.
Nigeria is a very disorganized society.
But individually, right, and maybe sectionally, I think we can also do more, sensitizing the people, making them understand that, see, things can be different. And you know where my conversation is going from. Wait now, I know it's hard to sensitize people that have not eaten, but this is where my conversation is going. Sheon being an actor, right? Do you know that most of these things and most of these things that we believe it's a norm now, right? Your industry did a whole lot of damage.
Because they didn't know better. They didn't know better. Most of the people that are in the industry are illiterate. That didn't even go to school.
Because I've seen Nollywood movies.
Not all of them.
But do you know that Nollywood movies, right? There are scenes that a policeman will walk up to a normal person, and before you say, "Show me your ID," he will give you slap.
Let me help you. That one is fictional, Abi. Yes. I saw a movie yesterday. The doctor was trying to tell the guy that his wife was going to need an operation. Some random guy was sitting there in this doctor's office, and he said he was going to help the guy pay. What is that guy doing there? He didn't come with the patient. So if he was a doctor's friend, so now doctors can actually have conversations with patients with their own friends there. Why did they do that? You think they did it deliberately? They didn't know better.
To them is a norm.
They didn't know better.
So many things like that.
So the industry,
bro.
So the industry is even being bad.
Like
there's something in America. There's something called IPA. That's one of the things that can take you to prison fastest as a health worker.
Bro, you are going to jail. Disclosing a patient.
I say Nigeria don't get structure.
And they put it in a movie. Like, just imagine. And it's in a movie. And so if it happens to a normal, regular person, you think it's normal.
But you cannot see that on Netflix, right? You won't.
Really?
Of course. You will never see that on Netflix. Now, and I'm not even rating Netflix in Nigeria. It's what it is.
Yeah.
But the vast number of people that will watch those movies on YouTube and African Magic are the masses that run the day-to-day activities of Nigeria.
Yeah. Yeah.
We that watch Netflix, we have no say in the happenings of the country. Am I the one riding Okada? One guy tried to snatch my phone on this Lekki road. His bike was facing traffic. I didn't know. I was just there pressing for by the road. They hit my friend's car. Next thing, somebody just tried to remove my phone. Number one, in a sane society, nobody will have the mind to even face traffic.
Against the traffic. I want him to do something and say,
What's my money? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when you see one person do it, how many people follow suit? Thousands. One person has done it. Okay. The issue of traffic lights in Nigeria. Who stops for traffic lights?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Some people will stop 1 second. They'll just go.
Yeah.
Now, I just stopped at the traffic light. The guy beside me too stopped at the traffic light. He just zoomed off.
Yeah.
Now, people behind me are honking that I should move.
I did it like 2 days ago. Yeah, now it happened to me at Lausa. There was red light
In front of last office.
in front of last office. It was a red light, and I was right in front, and I was waiting for the shit to change.
Is that the government?
And the idiot behind me said,
Now, some of it. Now, I was going home the other day. I was in the car with my wife, right, and with my assistant and friend. There was this guy coming. He wasn't even on any lane. He was just coming from some weird random place, and he kept getting close to me. Car that I just spent almost 700,000 on.
Yeah.
Baked paint, everything. And he moved close to me. He was eyeballing me like this till he hit my car. You know, in Nigeria, people eating your car is like, and they'll eat your car.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
Insane, yeah. Madness.
It's really a mad person.
Now, do you know what I did?
Madness.
When he hit my car, because they are used to people begging you.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about me.
Mm-hmm.
The people that I'll take sorry from, I know them.
Yeah.
But you did it deliberately. You know, I took 40,000 naira from that guy on the spot. You know what I told him first? I said, number one, I'm not going to let you go because you deliberately hit my car. You are going to pay for it.
I think I saw this on Insta blog.
I don't know.
I think
I said, you're going to pay
I saw
for
something
it.
like after she was Jimo, something.
When I now
on his
said that
car.
to him,
Yeah,
it was all like, I said, listen, two things are going to happen. I know you might try to become violent. I'm ready for that. And I called Uber. I put my wife in an Uber and I asked her to go home. She knows me. She won't try to stop me. I will take my money from you. Now, moving forward, that guy won't do it again. He won't. 40,000. 40,000. He won't. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. He won't. He won't. He has been made accountable. So now, the fear will not make him do it again next time. I dressed him down. I said very ridiculous things to him in his presence. I said, look at your car. Look at my car. This is why your car is the way it is. And I'm a good Christian. I'm a very good man. I consider myself a kind person, but I'm not nice. So I will not deliberately hurt people with my words except they deserve it, absolutely.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to let people know that they're fools so that they can think about their lives and make amends.
Yeah, I've actually been in a situation where a pastor actually rear-ended me from the back. And he came down and said, I'm so sorry, I'm a pastor, I'm just coming from church.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because you're a pastor and you're just coming from church is the reason why I'm going to collect my money.
Exactly.
Because you're not supposed to drive like that. You actually know what you're doing. I was like, no, the congregation, bro, I don't care if you're a pastor.
And nobody's perfect, but if Nigeria had laws in America, how close can you be to somebody? People don't script themselves in America. No. If there's going to be an accident, there's going to be an accident.
Like, this is accident.
Not like every Nigerian car has a scratch.
Shell, did that? Emmanuel, did I ever gist you a situation that I said I actually touched somebody's bumper? Not like there was a dent. It was just a tip. The lady was in her car. I was behind. Police report shows that there was no dent, there was no scratch, there was nothing. And a month after, I got a $3,000 bill from my insurance.
You should be lucky she didn't even sue you for damages. Of course.
The fact that there was a contact, even the contact has no damage, but there was a contact. $3,000.
Did your insurance pay for it?
My premium just went up.
What's that? Consequences for actions. Because now nobody's dragging with you. It's your insurance company. Now you have to pay extra.
Because now they'll tell you they've paid
You have to.
So let's say you were paying $400 for insurance, right? You scrape someone's car. They increase it to $600 because they won't put $20 on it. Yeah. When your premium goes up, they want you to stop driving.
Yeah.
That's the way it is in America.
They want to collect that
license. Once they see that you are not responsible,
they want to collect that license.
They don't want you on the road. So they'll do everything to make sure that it's either you change your life or you don't drive. They will suspend you from driving for 3 years. Suspended license. If you drive at the catch, you are going to prison.
Yeah. Straight.
Consequences for
Straight.
actions. Responsibility for actions.
Mm.
If they catch you driving drunk in America, you are gone.
You're gone. You're gone.
You don't have to hit anybody. In fact, you cannot sit
no, you're gone.
at the driver's seat. Not
No.
driving.
No, you cannot
just
sit
sitting there with
You
alcohol.
can't even have an empty bottle of alcohol inside your car.
You cannot drink on the road.
Walking, no. Not
You have
driving.
to have it in
You have to put
a
it in
paper
something.
bag because the people must not. It's obscene.
Yeah. You cannot
Get a ticket.
carry shayu now. Just the work for.
You see society. You see how we're talking about it. Are we complaining about it?
Hmm.
We're not, because people have to live properly. This chaotic life we live in Nigeria is not good for anybody, even for the people. You see the hate we give each other when we're driving. Somebody wants to get in front of me.
Mm.
One day I told my friend, when I just came back, right? My friend was driving me. I was like, I looked at everybody around me. Everybody's back was it. I'm like, why is everybody so like this? 3 weeks later, I was driving. My friend was beside me. My friend said, Sean, look in the mirror. I'm out of you. Because everybody's angry. Don't get in front of me.
I mean, remember the last time I came back that you were driving and I was shaking and you'd be like, you have anxiety issues. I was like, yes, I do. I do have anxiety issues once I get back to Nigeria to drive for the first 1 week, 2 weeks. I literally shake, like
You don't want to.
I get scared of everything.
You know one of the most useless piece of equipment on the car in Nigeria? The indicator.
Nah, people don't.
Nobody uses it.
Color blindness.
Nobody uses it.
They just
People don't even remember that it's there. When they want to switch lanes, they just switch.
okay. So, let's even go back to driving schools. Have you ever tried going to a driving school in Nigeria? Even the kind of car they are going to train you with, you already know you are in for it. See, from the driving school, they already set your mindset that
In America, in America,
before
before you drive, you will
God,
go to an 8-hour class, mandatory. You will sit through a whole day
yeah.
that you paid for with your money.
Mhm.
After
After they will
They
now
will now
schedule
schedule
a driving test
if you fail it,
where
they
a government official
will sit beside you. If you fail if you pass everything and you fail parallel parking, you are failed.
You're not
You
getting
are
it.
going to have to go and rewrite
Yeah.
the test.
Yeah.
Now, before you even get the license, you will first of all write test.
Test
oh,
too. Yeah.
Before you even go to the school.
Cool. If you don't pass the test, you can't even go to the school. Can you see the process?
I'm telling you,
Can you see the process?
you have to do the test right there.
Yeah.
If you fail it, you can do it as many times.
Once you pass the test, then I'll tell you have to go for 8 hours
You pay
class.
money for the test.
Yes.
You pay money for everything.
Everything. So after your 8 hours class, then you now schedule a driving test. The driving test, if you don't get date for another 4 or 5 weeks.
So if I bring out my driver's license in Nigeria, my New York license, I give a policeman. I'm one of the best drivers in the world because I'm properly trained, one way or the other. I know rules, I know signs. I know what is obtainable.
Yeah.
So imagine a policeman putting my driver's license in his pocket.
Do you know what one did to me one day? They stopped me at that conservation.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, can I see a means of identification?
Mm-hmm.
And I gave him my
Driver's license.
New York driver's license.
Mhm.
I gave it to him. He said, bros, but this one driver's license.
Can you
This one will be
imagine?
identification.
Can you imagine that?
That's what he said. He said this one will be identification. I need the one where go show the company where you they work.
Can you imagine that?
I'm like, I said, I just give you
The most valid,
a valuable government issued
government issued.
ID card, and you're telling me it is not valid for you. So you want me to go and bring a private company ID card for you to believe that I work? I said, why do you even need my work in the first place? Because it's not your business. But this is a valid identification by a government. But he not even recognize that one. He wants the one we go show something beauty salon where they
which can be fake.
limited, which can be fake.
Always fake. Always fake. It's not like it's even.
One time the police stopped me on the catcher. Asked me to light. I came down. He said, "What's your?" Before he could finish the pocket, he already had his hands in my pocket. violating me, touching me all over without my permission.
Yeah.
Do you know how violated I felt?
Do you know how they strip and search? In the express where people are, they will touch you all over your body. And waiting there now.
I can imagine what those girls.
Look at the abuse
The
that
abuse
an
those girls
average
go through.
Nigerian goes through. Even without police stopping you, that's all. Just thinking of what they do is traumatizing. Trauma, bro.
Carry that
Trauma.
Put it to the world. You carry the same people and put it to the population.
It's energy.
And it should function.
It's energy. Nigerians don't know what they're going through. Honestly. It's a serious situation.
Well, come to think of it, like there are few guys that I know that they've been through a whole lot, and at some point they're able to get themselves together and get the system out of, unlearn so many things. And
In Nigeria,
that most of them probably travel out,
Yeah,
get through that side,
Yes.
then come back
They
and
must spot you from
Yeah.
that side before
Yeah.
you come back.
in Nigeria, have you visited your friend's estate recently? The way the security talked to you, did you like it?
even the one I live,
Are people eat your
even the
car?
one I live, I even the one like.
Do you know that when
I'm checking for them. Are you okay?
people eating your car is normal in Nigeria?
Yeah.
With you inside of it.
Yeah.
Bah,
Yeah.
boo, open your boot, boo, bah.
What's there? What you carry?
People violate each other on a daily basis. Because it's crazy. Why should you hit my car? I'm inside. My kid is inside.
Yeah. They don't know it's a violation. They, for them to
Imagine,
know, yeah.
imagine my children in the car and someone is just bah, boo, bah.
Yeah.
You'll be scared.
They will be scared.
Yeah.
One day I was driving, I was about to get to my estate, and there was one street urchin on the road, drunk apparently, and it was just stood there. And I didn't even have my kids in the car, but I pictured having
What if my
kids in
children
the
are
car
in the
because they're around.
Yeah.
And I opened my car and I said, "Why are you doing this?" And I said, "Me, I will beat you." Surely, you can never. I can see you cannot fight me. The worst you can do is try to stab me. I mean, I won't even give you the chance. I would have strangled you. Now you're there, just misbehaving in broad daylight. They've not started to. Have you been to Aja? Do you see the number of Almajiris that are in Aja? Do you know that it's a security risk? Do you know that it's a big security risk? Do you know that in the infiltration of illiterate motorcyclists is a problem in this society? Do you know that Lekki is not an eyebrow area?
Not anymore.
Because people are deceiving themselves. They think they're living on the island. They're just living in nonsense. If I branch into my house, you know how many kids, 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds, they'll come to me, give me my kids. Yeah. What do you think you're building?
Come here on a very good day in the night in this place.
Yeah, no.
Kids.
See them downstairs. Yeah.
Bro,
Children.
Normal country, they will go and pack all of them.
Their voice don't
Police, they pass that place. But Jabir came to the road last week. He saw that road, bros. This road that causes traffic on Ado Road. You know Ado Road now?
Yeah, I know.
That road that causes traffic on Ado Road, I swear, it cannot cost them 100 million to fix it.
But the road of is tormenting.
Just potholes. Not be saying the road don't bad.
Yeah.
Just small potholes. Small potholes that even community CDAs can fix.
But they will sue you if you fix it.
And it's causing major traffic. So you want to tell me that Nigeria's suffering is all deliberate and strategic?
It's very deliberate.
It is.
Deliberate and
They
strategic.
sue you if you want to even repair a pothole in your own street. That you feel this thing is bad. They say you want to do government contracts.
Deliberate and strategic. Because no government is a fluke. These people, the only thing they are planning is how to be in power, remain in power. They know that Nigeria is becoming more civilized.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that the people that really matter, they don't get that opportunity to see. Because you want to campaign NSAS, you speak on Igbo. The people that really should do something, they don't care. They just want to eat food. They will loot.
Yeah.
That's what they are coming for.
Yeah.
Now say you know fit thief.
Yeah.
As they do in NSAS. And
they big
brings us to the issue of this NSAS. I knew NSAS was going to fail from the beginning.
You think it's a failure?
No, it's not. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It didn't fail in ideology.
Okay.
It failed in planning. The idea of NSAS is not a failure. People have risen up. But people should always remember that this is not the first time Nigerians have risen up. Our fathers rose up in 1992 when Abiola was killed.
Yeah.
Or when Abiola died. There was a riot. like NSAS, was crushed. We're raising up again. It's been crushed. Our children are going to rise up. They will crush it. Except we do something. What can we do?
Okay.
Vote for somebody. No matter how stupid the youth is, vote first. Get the person that you can curse out there first.
For who?
I don't know. There are plenty of youths that... You know how many... Hey God. You know how many young people...
No, on that list, I don't see a whole lot. It's all old men.
Can I ask you a question? I've never met Fela Durotoye in my life, but do you not think that Fela Durotoye is a better candidate than any of these other people that we've been fielding? Wait, I'm going somewhere. Okay, Mama Soyibo.
Mama frustrated.
But let me tell you something. Having a technocrat in power is always very useful. He will surround himself with fellow technocrats. One way or the other, we can start from somewhere. No one-time president can fix Nigeria. In fact, I would rather propose that they extend the terms of presidency to 6 years. You can get more done in 6 years than you can get done in 4. And there will be no dual terms.
Is Fela Durotoye going again now?
I don't think. Well, I think.
Anything from his
the reason is because there's no support.
But I know Dele Momodu is going.
Well, I beg you.
if you can open up to Fela Durotoye, why can't you open up?
Because I've seen
Chief Momodu.
Because Chief Momodu has been associated and aligned with corrupt politicians all the time.
But I think he's always blunt with his own idea. Looking at his occupation, looking at.
Can I tell you something?
Because
I have due respect for him as a media mogul, but I don't have that kind of trust in him as a politician. I do not. Why did I mention Fela Durotoye? We've seen what he has tried to do in society. We've seen it. Pastor Tony Rapu, we've seen it. We have people that we've seen their track record.
Yeah.
It's glaring.
Yeah.
A governor that has not fixed the state wants to become president. I don't want to mention the state. The state is suffering. He has not been able to manage a state. He wants to manage a federation. And the issues of the Igbo in Nigeria has to be addressed.
Yes. That one is even very, very...
The Igbos have been too marginalized.
Yeah, it's even too much. Like, I don't get it. What exactly is the problem with the Igbos? Why? The only thing they can say is because the Igbos did civil war in the past, right?
And I want to be clear. I'm not talking about Obi Kubana.
Of course.
I'm not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about the issue of... Because a lot of people say, they arrested him is because I love him. I don't know him personally, but I've seen him do... Anybody doing good. I'm happy and I like them.
You can't even speak bad about that guy in the East. Everybody loves him.
You know, but the Igbos... Nigeria will need to sit down. Ask the Igbos. One thing people have to understand is it's difficult to break up a federation because one of the things of the constitution is that it must hold. Like America, no matter what happens, America can never break. They will do everything. All the people that started the insurrection, that one, do you know they've been jailing them?
Yeah.
You know why they're doing it?
Yeah.
Because they're not happy to put them in prison, but they must make examples. One of the things in the American constitution is this union has to be upheld regardless. America is 2 countries in one. It will be till tomorrow. Till 1,000 years. America is not one country, but it's one country by force.
Yeah.
The Republicans and the Democrats are not. They're not the same.
There are states in America that has 3, 4, 5 hours difference.
Red states. There are red states and blue states. There are states that will never vote Democrat. Never.
Yeah, never.
America is a divided society, but the government is doing everything it can to keep them together. Nigeria is not doing anything it can to keep Nigeria together. They are just forcing us together. They're not doing things that can keep us together. Why can't we just call the Igbo stalwarts? Okay, let's have a referendum. The 6 geopolitical zones. Let's sit down. Igbos, what do you want? Number 1, the issue of zoning should be put on the table in Nigeria. Because fairness and justice is very important in the society. There are some people in Nigeria that are very small, but their ethnic group is very important.
Yeah.
But they will never smell presidency. That's not fair. They are Nigerian and they contribute a lot too. So the issue of zoning should be looked into. Each president, this one, Southwest will do 6 years. You know who's next. Sorry. You know who's next. So when you have an opportunity to be president and you don't do right by your people, it's on you.
Ocean, since you're very vast on this Nigerian politics and all that, I'm dumb as fuck when it comes to Nigerian politics. I don't even know what the last president is. Okay, I think it was Goodluck Jonathan. Why do you think the Igbo people are being marginalized?
Okay, number one, I'm not vast in Nigerian politics. I'm very, very passionate about Nigeria.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about politics.
You sound like...
Now, the Igbos that are marginalized, it's fear.
You think it's fair?
Of course it is.
Based on
civil
war, based on Biafra.
Of course, based on antecedents, and based on the fact that Igbos too are a proud people. They like to spread their wings. They like to dominate.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And it doesn't mean that they are perfect. They are not perfect. This marginalization they go through, some might be their fault. Might be. But we have to find a way as a society to work together. It's not easy. Even in a family, in a relationship, you don't always see eye to eye with your spouse. But because you know that you don't want your marriage to break, you will find common ground.
Yeah.
Call the Igbos. What do you want? Separation is not going to happen. What can we do that can be close to what you lost? All the people that after the Civil War, Igbos lost a lot of resources and money.
Yeah, they did.
Find a way to do some reparations to the people that you can. Build good faith.
I actually think if we try an Igbo president, things might work.
Of course, but
Igbos are very, very, very resourceful, oriented.
Of all the
it's just something that is just inside you. You just want, because
you know why they are afraid. Why it will be difficult for an Igbo man to be president? Difficult. It might be difficult because they think if an Igbo man becomes president, Nigeria will break.
Which means they will eventually have the power to leave.
Yeah, exactly. Because if the president, the Grand Commander of the Federal Armed Forces
is Igbo,
it's
easy for him to command.
Number one, he will remove all the other tribes and put his own people there, and then they can start their secession. They have money. They are in control of the. You understand? So it's understandable why they might not want them to get there, but that's not a solution. That's just going to build more bad blood. Why can't you just swallow your ego and sit down? All of you. Obi Kubana is the reigning Igbo guy. Call him. Femi Otedola is the reigning Yoruba guy. Call him. Dangote is the reigning Hausa guy. Call him. Call the Emir of Kano. Call Alaafin Oyo, or well, that one is old.
Yeah.
Or the Emir of Ife that we know that he has.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Call somebody from wherever too. That's two representatives. Call one clergy. Sit down. What can we do to make amends? We know that Nigeria has not been fair on the Igbos, but it's for good reason. Look at what happened. Look at this thing. Look at what it took the country through. We don't want that again. What can we do? What can we do? Let's reason together. Be passionate about it. Let them see the genuineness.
So basically, what we are looking for is a Nigerian to rule Nigeria.
Exactly. Because for Nigeria to break, people will die.
Yeah, we need a Nigerian to rule Nigeria. A Nigerian, not an Igbo, not an Hausa, not a Yoruba person.
Look at the seat
we
at
need
home.
a Nigerian,
in the east. Is it working? Your people are starving, and you are still sit at home for a government that will never ever listen to forceful demands. Never. The government of Nigeria will never give in to anything that feels like threat.
True.
Because they are used to force.
But how do you even do that to your own people and feel like you're doing right?
It's foundation. It's foundational. We've had military rule for a long time. It's foundational. The people that are ruling Nigeria are still military.
And you see unknown gunmen shot somebody. It's so common in the East. Like unknown gunmen just killed some. Unknown gunmen just killed. I'm like, are these people killing themselves?
They raided the justice's house. Till today, nobody knows who did it. Justice Odili. Somebody that powerful. Somebody that powerful, bro. Somebody that powerful How? They didn't ask for our name. Why do you think they told you that? Because they know they just have to say something. It doesn't matter. They don't even owe you an explanation. Don't worry. You think they owe you one? They do not. The people in power don't see us as anything that matters. When I was in Kafanchan, when I was serving, I was
in Kafanchan.
Of course, in Kaduna.
Where did you school?
Lit City, Ibadan.
Oh, okay.
Now, I served in Kafanchan.
What year in this city? Before you go to
What
Kafanchan?
year was it? I think it was 2009 or 2010. I served in 2011.
You didn't know me in this city?
Maybe, I don't know. What set were you?
No, I didn't go to Lit City.
But you used to come.
I come there to carry babes.
now spoiled by school.
Those days, oh no, we ball for that place.
Of course.
You know, so you finished in Lit City. So when you were serving in Kafanchan?
When I was serving in Kafanchan, I lost my trail of thoughts.
Really?
No, it's okay. I'll find it back. I'll find it back. What was I saying before that?
Before you were saying, we were talking about.
We all lost our trail of thoughts.
Yeah, everybody did.
But it's very essential. Whatever I was going to say. Anyways, we'll get back to
serving in Kafanchan.
We're talking about the invasion of Odili's house, and you said you needed to just tell us something, and I think you wanted to make a reference to
something happened in the north.
Something
Why you were
happened.
serving?
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's gone. Find it.
The road to Kafanchan from Kaduna is a 2-hour drive. There's not one pothole. Not a pothole. Have you seen the roads in the north?
Yeah.
What?
Bro, I went to Yola. What is that?
Amazing.
I went to Yola from the airport to the school I went to do my show. Smooth.
How long has it taken to fix Lagos to
Like, you know, normal Yankee roads, like it would be like 6,
And
7,
they don't have
8
toll
lanes.
gates that they are collecting money there.
No, smooth.
Toll gates, care. So
Smooth.
can the people even pay the toll gates?
Smooth. You're right.
Lagos to Ibadan Expressway. This is the 9th year,
That they've been fixing it.
and it's still not done. In fact, the ones they fixed was just fixed haphazardly. They just put that. They didn't even. It's not even beautiful.
Yeah.
They didn't even do it like proper road that will have white and black. Side.
Yeah.
It's just there. They should be able to pass. They will leave us.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
You've said it all.
cares.
Nobody cares.
Nigerians,
Somebody said,
we like suffer.
When we do everything we want to do in Nigeria, someone should just lock the door and
Of course, we like suffering in Nigeria. We're used to it.
But Sheon, I think the system needs people like you.
Hey,
That's the truth. I think
that's why everybody now backs out.
me? No,
I think the system needs somebody like this. See, look, Sheon, see. Did you see what I called this? I called my show Original Intelligence.
True.
Let's remove the jobless.
Mhm.
Original Intelligence. The reason why I decided to have a platform like this is I know that these are not the kind of conversation they will give you time to
true.
talk on a conventional TV, right? But if we can have a platform like this that people, brilliant minds like you, can open people's mind to see things differently, right? Somebody like you are important.
Me, I'm
You're
too firm. I'm too strict for Nigerians. Honestly, I'm not a wicked person. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a wicked person, but I'm a very principled person. And principled people are not popular because people like to have their way. People cry when they can't have their way. Now, look at how irresponsible the Nigerian government has been through the years. Look at the Ikoyi registry situation. That case has been in court for years and they did not stop people. When there's a case in court, every activity that has to do with it has to be suspended.
But they're still marrying people.
Now,
please, what exactly
marriages of the
happened?
people?
Because I don't get. Do you understand?
Every marriage that was.
Do you understand
that's what I'm
what the
trying to
story is?
explain to you. Every marriage that has been carried out in Ikoyi registry is null and void.
Why?
Because they don't have the powers to.
What does the powers tool mean?
Meaning, it's not in their jurisdiction to marry people.
Is it not a registry court?
It doesn't matter. Because it might not be, maybe it's a magistrate court, maybe, I'm not sure, well, judicial processes in Nigeria, but maybe it's a magistrate court that can marry people and another, the civil court is marrying them. It might be a case like that. Maybe it's a family court that should marry people and whatever court is marrying them. It might be a case like that.
And
now
they didn't know that.
to me, the case was in court. Why didn't they stop it? 1, 2, Magodo issue.
I heard there was a verdict since 1993.
Exactly. People were still selling lands, and the government knew about it. And now, the drama that happened with the state governor and the police officer was just embarrassing for the governor because he put himself in that situation. He did that to himself. Absolutely. He should have consulted before he went there. How can you? Somebody is carrying out a court order. The judiciary is the highest level of law in Nigeria. Normally.
Yeah.
So if the court says people should leave a place, the governor cannot tell them to stay. So why did he try in the first place? There are ways you do things.
Did you see that conversation?
I saw that conversation.
When he said, as a chief security officer of the state, I want you to call your superior now and tell him that I'm
It's just like
that police officer is one of the most diplomatic human being I've ever seen in my life. That guy will just bow down. He bow his head like this. I'm sorry, sir.
He was carrying out his duties,
and he didn't flinch for a minute.
And you see how Sanwo-Olu played into the hands of the media. Because he was looking for a win by force. Government people should not look for praise. You can't let people praise you. If people are praising you, you are doing things wrong. People will praise you when things are convenient. If you are drinking now and a policeman stops you and say, "Alaye, give him money," and you go, you will laugh and go. You'll be happy.
The NSC now. Say, Baba, I don't get money here, but I still get one bottle of NSC where I never drink finish. You want? I bring a meal manager. Now you give it to them and they'll take it from you.
You'll be happy. But if the police does their job and they see you driving and they charge you and they take you to the police station, will you be happy? But is that not the right thing to do?
Yeah. Take you there. The next day you're in court.
In court.
They don't even need to take time.
They don't even have to say. They don't even have to give you imprisonment. They can fine you.
Then, do you know one thing? One thing I have also noticed that Nigerians fear court. When they hear court like this, it's like you are like you're about to die. Everybody just once they hear court like this, you're like
they're scared of even telling somebody I'll take you to court. They don't even understand.
Because our anti-court they got you right now.
I will personally request for a court case.
Of course.
Tell you.
In America now.
Why did you ticket me? Okay, I'll see you in court.
Let me tell you how that society is. I have a traffic ticket that I'm fighting right now. Since November that they gave me, since October that the police gave me the ticket. They asked me, respond. If you don't respond, you pay this amount. I took my time and I responded. When I responded, I now asked for a court date of 6 months. Nobody will drag me. But when that 6 months come, if they're born, you will no go.
No go.
But you see, they're making it convenient for everybody. You have time. Even if you're going to eventually pay, you have time.
You have time. They might. I've dragged one like that. At the end of the day, they found me guilty.
And
I paid. But
you will pay.
I was happy. I went through the process.
Exactly.
Yeah, I went through.
And you will face the police officer.
Because the guy said I was the one I had. The guy said I was over speeding. That was above the speed limit. But I was coming from an hospital to pick up a baby and the mother. Right. The baby was like 3 days old. So I don't know how stupid I could be to speed that much with a baby in the car for you to ticket me. And I was like, no, I wasn't speeding. No, I wasn't. You are profiling me. And we went to court. That's a system that works. Yeah. But if I want to court to buy,
the American system was built to reward its people periodically. Because they know that people need incentives. That's why they have the tax season.
Yeah.
When now people are happy, tax season is almost here. People will collect money. How much is the money compared to the taxes we pay? But at least it's structured to give us something back, cash back.
Yeah.
They did that deliberately. They didn't have to. They didn't have to.
They didn't have to. Yeah.
Because you know how much was spent in New York alone on the pandemic for people. Regular people. You know how much people got? It's taxpayers' money now.
Yeah. Pandemic.
So why do they still have to give us?
It was good. There are several times I'll just wake up, I'll just see money in my account. Several times. I'll just see. Yeah.
And you didn't have to be a citizen.
As a matter of fact, I was in Nigeria.
Just having green card.
I was in Nigeria. I'll just open my bank account, I'll just see money there.
Exactly. Just pay tax.
What are you talking about?
$1,400.
Yeah.
Twice.
And
in fact,
imagine me where I get like 5 kids.
And they'll give everybody. And they're still talking about it.
For each kid now.
Bro, yeah. And they're still talking about a third stimulus check.
Yeah.
Even after the society.
You just see a lot bang, 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 bang.
You don't feel like you don't need to be that entitled.
It's
scary to be that entitled.
They just in conjunction with the World Bank. Oshibajo was there commissioning yesterday. I think 700 or 500 million naira for corona alleviation. At what point?
How many people now?
No, number one, at what point? Corona. Do you think Nigerians believe there is corona?
And God was on.
And there is corona.
Yeah.
And corona has killed people in this country.
Yeah.
Some that I know.
Yeah.
People benefited from the government for this corona thing. That are low key. That people don't even know in the public. I know somebody that told me that in Abuja during that corona time, you file for this corona what do you call it?
Relief fund.
No, like relief fund, and you were giving 5 million because you need somebody inside.
Of course.
You give 5 million, 6 million, 2 million.
Yeah.
But in normal Nigeria, they know that there's something like actually telling them that you
Yeah.
need.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Even ordinary food was ordered.
Yeah, even the business, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was when the FIRS people came for taxes. They were the one that was telling me that. But I was like, why do you want to get taxes now when you know I've been shut down for almost a year? I couldn't run my business. It's an hospitality business, so I couldn't run it for like a year. So do you think it makes sense for you to come now and tell me to pay tax after shutting me down? And they were like, but federal government gave incentive.
Mm-hmm.
They gave incentive to club owners and lounges and people collected money. I was like, people collected money. Yeah, people collected money. Maybe you were just not aware. I was like,
Those are the kind of things that they don't know.
Oh my God.
They know what they're doing.
Government announced it.
But Sheon, let me ask you something, Sheon. How lucrative is it to be an actor in Nigeria?
Absolutely not. Of course.
Sheon, in less than 2 hours of our conversation,
Mm-hmm.
you've spoken about the new house
Mm-hmm.
in Chevron.
Mm-hmm.
You've spoken about
Where am I from?
wait to make I land. You've spoken about fixing the car with like 700k.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've spoken about some very, very luxury,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you to be an actor. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I know you to. I don't know any other thing. I know you to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me it's not lucrative.
It's not.
So you're not going to advise an 18-year-old Nigerian to be an actor?
No.
No.
Nope.
Why?
Except you just care about fame. If you don't care about money, then by all means go ahead. But if you care about money, ordinary piracy has not been tackled. And why? Jesus Christ. Nigeria's problem is too much.
It's too much for God.
I want to take this out of Nigeria's problem. I want to take it to.
It's part of Nigeria's problem.
You think is a Nigerian problem why actors are not succeeding the way they should be?
Okay. Baba Sway and them. What killed them? Piracy killed them. Before the advent of YouTube. Proliferation of things. Everybody has a YouTube page now.
But the story out there is that NDLA killed Baba Sway.
That's not the point. Was he rich before NDLA killed him? Did he make money from movie making? Did he live the luxury life? Normally, as I am, the level of stardom that I have in Nigeria, if I was in America, I'll be driving a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Michael Blackson drives a Rolls Royce Cullinan as a daily drive, and he's not even an A-list artist.
Yeah. 100.
I've been to his house.
100.
He lives at the W on 90212. That's one of the most important zip codes in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Even in America.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even, and with all due respect to him, he's my friend.
Yeah.
It's not, everybody knows that he's not an A-list artist. And he has that kind of luxury life. He lives at a penthouse, bro. And all he does is comedy. And some movies.
Wow.
So if I was living in America with this level of status,
You have.
imagine. But is it possible in Nigeria? It's not possible. The females have other things they're doing. I'm just lucky because I live in America and I have a good job and I do other businesses.
Yeah. How come the female actors are doing so well? They make so much money compared to their male counterparts.
How come?
Is this a feminist thing?
How come the average Nigerian female can afford more things than the average Nigerian male? It's a male-female thing.
No.
Women, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
The richest people in Nigeria are still male.
Should I tell you something?
Mhm.
What's the ratio? What's the ratio of one rich guy? And one rich guy has 7 poor friends. How many guys have iPhone 13 Pro Max? A lot of girls do.
That doesn't make them richer, though.
It does make them. Because they are able to access things, gifts.
Because there are so many men that are not using iPhone 13,
Do you know how
and they will
much?
buy it for their wives.
Do you know how much men give women in this country?
Even Piggy Vest, even they brought a survey that women collected the highest amount
Of
of money
course.
out
Of course.
last year.
Naturally, women, because most of these things are gifts.
Gifts, I like you, take.
Did you see the news? Did you see the news a couple of days ago that they said a Nigerian rich guy offered a chick in South Africa 500,000 rands to sleep with her?
Of course.
And I'm very sure if they look for that person's name, is a politician
It might not be.
or
Well, I'm not going to go into that.
a fraudster.
Yeah.
But there's nobody who does 9 to 5 that works your ass out to make living would want to sleep with a woman for 500,000 rands.
Why is
Come
9 to
on,
5
man.
even in this conversation?
I'm
Why-
talking
what
about
is-
an average civil servant.
Well, it's not possible. Well, an average civil servant is a permanent secretary too. He could do it because they're stealing money.
Word.
Why not? Go, Nigeria's matter. We go talk until tomorrow.
So averagely, how much does an actor make in Nigeria? Averagely,
Well,
I'm not talking about the big guns like you. I'm like an average.
the Nigerian industry even pay me right now as it is structured. It's only the music people that are making money because they structured it for them from America. The music business is structured from the source. If it was based on Nigerian
Yeah.
income,
Could it work?
people will be broke. Am I lying?
You're not lying. Could it work? I tell you.
Even on
Yeah.
YouTube revenues and everything.
Yeah.
Even for people like me, I make money off Instagram. I make money from social media. Thank God for Mark Zuckerberg.
Thank God.
Thank God for the creators of YouTube that monetized it. You think it was Nigeria that had Instagram? Do you think he will monetize it for people randomly? He will only monetize it for a
For
selected
himself.
few.
Yeah.
Right now, they're even collecting taxes from your YouTube ads and your Facebook ads for themselves. Nigerian government.
Imagine that. When are we going to talk about the issue of importation and import duties on cars?
That one is even no.
For no apparent reason.
No, bro.
You
That
know,
one-
I said
you
Nigeria's
just
problem is
brought out
systemic. Do you know how many
It
things?
just broke my heart, Sheo.
How many things have I mentioned
That one.
now?
That one.
How many things have I mentioned? And we're going to keep going on and on and on.
No. No. It is insane. It is insane.
We're going to keep going on and on.
It is insane.
You buy a car with 20 million, you ship with $1,000,
$1,000.
and you clear with
Max $1,004.
$20,000.
Yeah.
The people that are doing the work of loading itself, they're only collecting 1,000. The main work of getting a car to Nigeria is the shipping of it.
Yeah.
And the people that are doing that are only taking $1,000. When it gets to Nigeria, you have to pay $20,000 for the same thing, just for them to open the door
And
go
check what you have.
out. And for you to just drive outside with your car. So if you see anybody driving a luxury car in Nigeria, that person is rich, because the money it takes to clear a car in Nigeria is equivalent
Almost
to
the money you take to buy it. Yeah.
So if you see
It's
anybody driving a
insane.
Rolls Royce in Nigeria, imagine it's
It is insane.
40%.
I'm sure I do it all the time. That is why you saw. Did you see my face? I do it all the time. Bringing a container to Nigeria, even to move the container from port to Ladipo, they charge you 2.8 million, 3 million to transport container from Apapa to Ladipo. One must pay 3 million.
You buy a house in Nigeria, a random lawyer wants you to give him 5%. For what? 10%. So I buy a house
10.
for 50 million, and
Yeah.
somebody wants to take 5
5 million.
just because he exists.
Yeah.
And he wants to draw paper. In a sane society, there should be regulation.
Do you know the
That
most
should
shocking
not
one?
happen.
The most shocking one is you don't even see him. You don't even know him. He didn't find the house for you. Maybe you go online, You found the house.
Of course.
You just said, okay, I like this house, and then you contact
will just
them.
bring
They will
one
tell you
person
you
as
still pay agreement, you pay agent, you pay
You know,
caution.
rich people they buy house.
Kilo day.
Renting last song. Agreement and commission. Do you know how much is it?
Yeah, millions.
20% in some places.
Yeah.
In a
do
society that has structure, things like that should not happen. People are taking laws into their hands and doing what they like. There should be nothing like land grabbing in any society. It's absurd that I would work my whole life, acquire a piece of land, and some random idiot will build on it because if somebody sold it to him. Same person that sold it, the person should be sentenced to 20 years in prison without parole. It's not normal. Everything we do in Nigeria is abnormal. Nigeria is an abnormal society, bro. Even the driving in Nigeria is abnormal.
Everything.
Eating is abnormal. Restaurant is abnormal. You go to a place, they say you can't park inside because you're not driving a Range Rover. It's abnormal. Now, people have a right to say whatever, do whatever they want to say. It's a place of business. But in a country like Nigeria, where the rate of poverty is so steep, people should humanly not even do things like that.
And people will still go that place that they said if you're not driving the
Come on, now there they won't go.
They won't go.
Because Nigerians believe suffering is life. Wasting money is how to show that you have money in Nigeria. So, but since I've been to Nigeria, I've been to many nice restaurants. It's only 2 that I've gotten value for my money, and I know how much I paid for it.
2,
just 2.
Which one and which one?
Cafe de Flore is owned by my friend Nick Balogun.
Cafe de Flore.
Oh my goodness, Nikoyi.
Oh yeah.
Do you know she owns the tea room? If you see the story she gave me about the tea room, she owns tea room, Cafe de Flore, and I think she manages. She owns Billionaire Bouquet or something. She does flowers.
She said her name is Nick Balogun.
Nick Balogun.
Oh, wow.
Balogun. She complains every day. Taxation, this, that, no light.
Nigerian workers.
I went to Cafe de Flore one day. Flies will not let me rest. She's frustrated. She has paid for food. What has she not done? Business person, big girl, complains. She's just struggling to keep afloat.
You can imagine what I'm going through here.
Oh, tell me about it. And she's doing everything. She's one of the people that Nigeria should give money and say, oh yeah, go and take. I see what she does. I see the effort she puts. She doesn't want to fail. She doesn't want to fail. I know we grew up together. I know where she's coming from. I know how she got there. How she, like, I don't know her story all the way, but I saw from this to this.
Yes.
I know how much she has worked.
Yeah.
To open 3 major places in this Lagos, and still she complains.
Which is the second one apart from Cafe de Flore?
Tea room.
Tea room. Okay, she owns both.
Yeah, and I don't know if she owns Mechanos on the Roof, but her brother manages it, so she probably owns it because when I went there, she was in the kitchen, so she probably owns it too.
Wow.
She's not from a rich family. Her father is not a Okoya. So for somebody like that to try to build something like that, and the government is frustrating it to the point where she's thinking of relocating her business, not herself now, to another country. It's not my story to tell, but I can tell someone.
She wants to move it to another country?
Of course, because imagine if she had Cafe de Flore in Manhattan. You know how much she'll be making? She won't be paying any money that she's not supposed to pay. She won't have to deal with no light.
Yeah.
People make more.
In my estate now, they're proposing IPP. They're saying people might have to pay 100,000 every month.
For what?
Think about to have constant electricity. Think about it. And if you really think about it, I spend 150,000 on running my gen every month. I buy 5,000 fuel every day. Times 30, how much?
Yeah.
So is it not better for me, even though I'm buying in bits? Is it not better for me to just pay 100,000 one time?
They will provide the electricity. They will not make it expensive.
Yeah, they'll provide it. Like some estates, like Royal Garden Estate, they have constant electricity.
I know an estate that have like every day.
Because they are ready to pay.
Yeah.
And
where I stay too
is independent. Now it's no longer government owned. So it's the highest bidder.
Yeah.
What kind of society are we living in? The gap between the rich and the poor is getting wider every day. In fact, there is no middle class again in Nigeria.
There's no middle class. So is it that you're rich or you're poor? Is it that you're rich or you're poor? There's no middle class.
No middle class. I
Is
know
that you're
people
rich
that
or
I
poor?
thought were going to be rich that are poor now. They had their life set up to be rich. Some of them, their dads were justices. Some of them, their parents were good people in society that sent their children to proper schools. And now today, the children are, frustrated because of society.
How did you decide to be an actor, especially knowing this much?
Well, there's a Yoruba saying that says the Biorida Nisilagbe. When something is your destiny, that's the only thing you want to do.
How did you get into acting? Wasn't planned.
Different times in my life, I wanted to be many things. My mom was a banker, so at some point I wanted to be a banker.
Okay.
At some point I met a man who was a lawyer, and I wanted to be a lawyer. I'm someone that used to be influenced by people and their lives. So I see somebody living a good life, I want to be that.
Be like
person.
that, yeah.
So at some point I started acting in church, and when I would climb on stage like this, the whole church would start clapping before I even talk. All those kind of stuff. From there, I saw a guy, an editor. I saw his number on a movie. I called him. He didn't even know what to do with me. I was in Ibadan. Then I came to Lagos. The guy started from there. I met that. It's just destiny. Destiny has led us to where we are. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody, what you're doing, you would never do anything else. This is what you were made to do. Everybody has their path in life. Whatever path you're on right now, it could never be anything else. This is your reality.
Sure.
So it couldn't be. If they ever asked me what I would have wanted to be, I would have wanted to really be a soldier.
Oh yeah.
If I wasn't an actor, I would be a soldier. Absolutely.
Like
real
soldier
in the army,
real gangster.
In the army. I would have gone to.
The real
I would have
gangster
gone
shit.
to NDA. Gotten like a career in the army.
Wow.
Because I really wanted to be like a general or something at some point.
Wow. And you would have been able to kill
If
people.
I wasn't an actor,
you killed the bad people.
well, I never thought about the killing people part. but at the end of the day, people that kill people, most of them don't even know that they were going to kill people.
Survey shows that at least 65% of anybody in the military might kill somebody before the end of their career.
Well, killing people. If somebody tried to kill your family and you killed them, would you feel bad about it?
No.
If somebody tried to rob you in traffic, took your phone, started running, and you found a gun, would you not shoot that person?
Maybe in the leg.
Do you know people have been shot in the leg?
Like the
But do you know that people have been shot in the leg and they died?
Yeah.
You have to do what you have to do. If you're in the army and the Boko Haram is coming with gun, nobody will tell you to shoot and kill. You won't have to be told. Because the preservation of your own life is paramount. It's not very important.
Yeah,
it's
paramount.
Everything. Because once you lose your life, you've lost everything.
But how did you know that you are an actor? You are meant to. This is you.
Because my path led me here, and here I am in front of Jobless.
So it's just the path. It's not like it was something you've been passionate about since you're a baby. You used to act when you're in primary school.
Nope.
Wow.
At some point, I had an interest and I started following it. It's because it's my path. That's what I've been sent here to do. Now, I've left well-paying jobs because of acting gigs. Doesn't make sense. For real.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what you've sacrificed for music?
A lot, bro. A lot, bro.
This thing that you're doing as you're there,
bro.
do you know what you're some people see you as you don't know what you're doing. You're just wasting your time sitting here. But you can. The hustle is very jealous, especially when it comes to entertainment. The moment you deviate, you will regret it. You would always live to regret. What if?
Yeah.
What if I
stayed here?
And entertainers are so lucky because you can digress and diversify. Now my page is a meme page. I just woke up one morning and I decided it was going to meet. Yeah. I didn't want to be putting my personal stuff on my Instagram anymore as such. I didn't, so as an entertainer, I could do it. You sing. Now you have a podcast.
Yeah.
You can decide tomorrow that you want to be an actor.
Yeah, but then
and you have a lounge. So it's easy as entertainers to do many things together. Not like a doctor. And people have to understand that being an entertainer is not the only way to be a star.
Especially in these days.
No. Even apart from these days, there is stardom in every profession. There are star presidents. Obama was one. There are star doctors. There are star teachers. There are star nurses. There are star thieves.
True. True.
Yeah.
True.
If you don't talk and say, oh, you know, but there were celebrity thieves.
Yeah.
So for anybody that wants to be a celebrity, don't think being an actor or being a musician is the only way to get it.
So is there any other thing you do apart from acting?
I sell luxury car parts.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I do social media.
Yeah, I've been seeing a whole lot of video with you, Slim Case, and some beautiful ladies.
Now see what I'm trying to do. Trying to reinvent myself. My parts and Slim Case parts crossed, and I keyed into it. Normally, I'm a very reserved person.
Yeah, I was like, Nina, what's he doing?
So I can't even believe that.
I like the one you guys did with the egg.
Exactly.
You know,
I can't even believe that I'm doing this, but now I am doing that. So I'm gonna sit there and say, oh, because I'm reserved, I don't want people to see that side of me. I'm doing myself. I'm not here to live for anybody. If they like to say my career has ended, it's left to you. If I still climb Okada. If you see me on Okada, you say I'm broke, it's okay. It's your opinion. I know what's in my account. If I'm walking from Ado Road Junction, taking a stroll, and you're looking at me like, why is this guy walking? Does he not have a car? It's okay. You will see me and you will go your way. I will go my way. Why do you have to worry about what you think about me?
How do you deal with social media pressures?
I'm totally free from it. I made it a point of duty to let nothing faze me. There's a time where when I see something on social media, I'll boil. It doesn't happen anymore. Even when I see stupid things, is it that I laugh or just scroll? I don't let things get to me. I don't like people control my emotions on social media anymore.
But it's not actually easy. Developing that thick skin that you just talk about. It is, for some people, it fucks them up.
Nothing is easy to do in this life. Anything that is beneficial in life is not easy. Working out is not easy. Making money is not easy. Creating your own peace is the most difficult of all. You have to do it. You're not just here to pass time in life. You have to learn. Life is a journey of personal development. You have to navigate your life. Navigate. Not random. Purposely, anything you want to say to anybody, think about it first. Don't just put words in the air. Don't just say things. Don't just act. You have to purposefully live your life. Now, you cannot be perfect. You will make mistakes, but don't make stupid mistakes. There are some mistakes that you will make. It's part of the learning process.
Yeah.
But making a decision to be kind is a decision. If I see somebody
to be kind is a decision,
and I have 1,000 naira, I can decide to. Okay. The other day I went to this mart at Lekki Phase 1 roundabout. That's Admiralty roundabout. You know, there's a NGO filling station, I think.
Yeah.
That has a supermarket.
Yeah.
And I went inside and I bought this very soft bread. And I was so happy that I got it because I knew my wife and my kids were going to like that bread. And it was Skibi's video shoot with the video the other day.
Yeah.
So I wanted to quickly go to Ikoyi and just see, because I went for a shoot myself. As I was coming, I just saw a woman and her children sleeping at that roundabout. I parked my car, alighted, I wanted to give them money. But the thing just told me to give them the bread. And in my heart, I'm like, I bought this bread for my children. And my heart told me again that, do your children really need, if they don't eat that bread, would they even feel it? And I gave that very soft bread to that woman. Now, I didn't tell a soul about it except because we're talking right now. Do you know how good I felt? Doing good has its own growth. Nobody does good for the fun of it. Doing good has its reward. That gratification that you get from doing it. There's no free goodness.
True.
When people take food to the motherless baby's home, they have something they are getting already. That self-gratification of giving. That feeling of, in some cases, superiority is a gratification in its own. That feeling of blessing other people. And that's another word that I hate that people say. If you come to me and say, bless me, I can never give you anything.
God bless.
Because I can never bless you. can give you money.
Only God blesses.
Only God can bless. So people that use the word on social media, oh, God bless me. I don't even look.
I asked a question that I didn't think I got the answer I wanted.
Okay, which one is it?
The one I asked, that why are female actors way more successful?
Not successful.
And
You can say richer. Yes, you can say richer. How many female actors are more successful than RMD? Success is a track record. Success is not money.
Okay. Why are female actresses or actors richer than the male in the industry?
Because people are ready to give them stuff. People are ready to give them stuff. Every actress that I know, I have friends in America that would do anything to sleep with actresses. Plenty. Just to sleep with them. They will give the world. How many people can give the world to sleep with a male that is everywhere? how much is the man? You're an idiot. So the male actor has to hustle out his own life, eke out his own living, because the society and the industry is not structured to pay him. Even when you want to get into Netflix, they still tell me that there's a caucus. They do.
Nigerian,
because if you notice, you see that it's most of the time, and I'm not judging anybody, I'm just saying what I feel. Most of the time, you see that it's the same set of production companies. I'm not going to sit there and say it's wrong or right, but I'm just letting you know that this is how some things work in Nigeria. Any actress that can come out and say, I have a Rolls Royce or I bought a Range Rover with acting money, is between you and God. Now, most of them have endorsements. Most of them sell stuff. They sell cream. They sell this. So maybe that's how they're making their money by the side. I don't know how anybody makes their money.
Well, male can sell creams too.
No. Even the video, when he was talking about all his endorsements, it said the only one he does not have is waist trainer. There are things men cannot do.
But there are some men that sell waist trainer.
Most of the men that sell it, are they not queer?
No.
Most. I didn't say all. I said most. Most of the guys that do makeup,
maybe
most of them are queer, that are successful, that you can say, oh, this one is a celebrity makeup artist and is a guy.
They're queer.
Most. Think about it. Most that are successful, or they have some feminine kind of behavior or character. It doesn't mean they're gay.
Yeah.
Some of them, it might just be there, like which in the world that we live now, I'm not judging nobody.
It's nothing.
If the government doesn't see what you're doing as wrong,
whatever makes you happy, my nigga.
If the government don't cash you, who am I?
Yeah.
As long as you don't touch me, you don't try to violate me. You can wink at me if you want. It's your eyes. Bro, I said let me tell you something that I did with my life. I took my own life in my own hands. I'm not gonna let you determine how my day goes. Just because a gay guy comes here, I'll not stop complaining. Oh no, it's your life, bro.
Enjoy whatever pleases you. Be what you want to be.
Before I used to be homophobic, but I live in a society where you cannot be homophobic.
You cannot.
And I realize that it's for your own good. Because regardless of what you do, people will live their truths. Homosexuality has been since the beginning of time.
Yeah. True.
Nobody we go stop them.
Yeah, true. 100.
For real.
100.
Nobody we go stop them. Now they're taking it a bit further, transsexuals. And those ones too have been for a long time.
Yeah.
I cannot decide what anybody will do with their lives. In a society like this, somebody comes out of the closet to be gay. That person is already facing issues. I'm not going to add my own to it.
Yeah, you cannot add to it.
Slim case. Mo ambi by Motindro de Lata.
Is it?
Hold on, Timbo.
Okay.
5 minutes away.
Okay.
I'm not going to add my own to yours.
Top 5 actors of all time.
Denzel, popular demand. You know, I don't even know why, but I feel he deserves it.
Yeah, he's good.
Denzel, I like what's this guy? Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, Michael.
I like him. I don't know about Denzel, Michael B. Jordan. Who else? I like Ghost. I like that guy, Michael. That what's his name now? The Ghost guy. Jesus Christ! I know his name is on my Instagram. But I like the Ghost character, not really his person. I like his person because it's this kind of laid back, spiritual guy. So I just follow him, but it's not like So I like him as Ghost.
Okay.
I love 50 Cent.
Okay.
Ramsey Noah is my bro.
No, don't have any Nigerian.
Why?
Because I'm doing top 5 Nigerian.
Okay. So female, I love Megan Good.
Oh.
Is that her name? Because she's beautiful and her lips are awesome. That's the word. So you see, it's not a lie. You feel that way exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Top 5 Nigerian actors. Both male and female. No.
Ramsey Noah is number 1 for me.
Ramsey, shout out to Ramsey.
I really like
I love you, bro.
My friend, Bolale Nollywood.
Nino B.
Who else? I have colleagues that I like, but I'm not gonna rate them what they are not rated. This is my guy that cries a lot. Yoruba.
Latif.
Sorry, I don't know why. I like Latif.
I love Latif too. That's one of my favorites. Like
so sad that Babatue is dead, but I love Babatue. Oh
yeah.
God, I used to really love him. Number 5 guy. Who else? Let me think. I don't know.
Odunlade Adekola.
Femi Adebayo.
Oh my God.
I love Odun, so let's make it 6. But Femi Adebayo is
yeah. Femi is.
I like Bro.
Yeah, one of those.
Cool,
yeah.
It's cool.
What about music?
The only person I'm a fan of musically is Davido. All over the world. All over the world. Davido is the only person I'm a fan of.
Have you heard one?
Oh, Skippy is my friend, so I'm a fan of Skippy. But Skippy knows that I love Davido crazy.
Wow.
That to the point that his video shoot, he was calling me. If I did, he was like, "Your guy." I'll show you the text. I want you, your guy. I won't make you date. I could not make it. And now
you make the video.
It's weird because every opportunity that I've ever had to meet Davido, one way or the other, I've not been able to meet him, which I consider as a good thing because maybe when I meet him, I might not feel. So I'd rather enjoy that feeling because it's the one that helps me understand how people feel about me. You understand what I mean? The way I love Davido is how I understand how my fans love me. If I didn't have somebody like Davido in my life, I wouldn't understand my fans. I'll be so intolerant of them. But I know that you can't help that feeling. You can't shake that feeling.
But the one thing about David is I'm yet to meet that person that will tell me I don't like him.
It's not possible. I don't think it's possible.
I'm yet to meet that person. Everybody
is a true king.
Everybody loves him.
He's a true king, a boy king, a young king, and he's gonna make a fine
king
adult
in future.
King. And I'm older than him now, years. But for me, somebody like me to like somebody like that, then there's something good about him.
Yeah, awesome guy. Awesome.
I've never met him before. I want to one day. I don't even know how I would act if I saw him.
Since you've been acting, what do you think has been your most challenging role as an actor?
Most challenging role. Every role is the same challenge.
Because most of all your movies that I've seen, is that you are one lover boy or you're one gigolo.
Aside that,
or one guy that played like 300 women at the same time.
Well, I have a movie that's out, a Yoruba movie called Owagbara that's out. It's a totally different kind of story.
Yes. Your movie?
Yeah.
Owagbara. Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. On Sirens Entertainment. Now, acting is the same principle to every character. You have to be that character.
Yeah.
So, if they say you should be an herbalist and they say you should be a lover boy, if you play we know people that play lover boys and we all know that they are nonsense lover boys. We know people that when you see them playing lover boys, you say, why is this one playing lover boy? So it's not even easy to play lover boy. You have to do it right. So acting is the same across board. Except maybe if they say I should come and do herbalist now, if I write Yoruba, I can put marks on it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can?
Definitely.
It's not Doremi. What is wrong with you? Doremi is music. Yoruba mark is not
It
Doremi.
still kind of goes.
Yoruba mark is RALE.
No. That's the Yoruba vowel sounds.
The marks.
The mark is
Doremi.
Re mi do re mi. Example: jobless. Your name jobless could be like mi re do. Jobless. Oluwaseun re mi re. Re has no mark.
Okay.
Me and do have marks.
So all the marks are me and do.
Yeah.
All the marks we see on the.
This is do. This is me.
Do me.
This is do. This is me.
Me do. Do me.
So if I write Oluwaseun re mi re, it will only be the LU and the WA that will have marks. The rest won't.
But that thing is confusing.
It's not. It's very easy.
I didn't know that shit.
Olashile. Wait. Olashile. Remi Rere. If I call it Remi Rere,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't go. It doesn't go.
It goes.
Remi Rere. It doesn't go. Remi Olashile. It's the same vowel sound.
Olashile. Mi re mi mi.
No. Does it sound proper in your ears?
Does it sound right?
It doesn't sound proper.
Olashile.
Remimimi. It's so easy to. That's one of even the easiest names. Olashile Remimimi. I don't even have to think about it.
So you actually tag
Abubakar Dominido.
Yes.
Why not Remimido?
It's not possible.
Remimido sound like Abubakar.
Ray. It's not Ray. It's Ray. It's Ray. Not Ray. Remimido.
Remimido.
Kò ń ṣe.
Remimido is Abubakar. No.
Dominido Abubakar. When you say Remimido Abubakar is what you're saying. You've turned it to Abubakar. Dominido Abubakar. Dominido Abubakar.
So you could write like a full paragraph.
Absolutely, I can read Yoruba Bible.
How did you learn that?
Because I paid attention to life now.
Wow.
I'm a Yoruba boy. I speak fluent Yoruba. I can speak Ibadan dialect. I can speak whatever. I can speak absolutely fluent English language. You have to be able to do this basic stuff.
Wow.
My children can speak the language, even though they live in America. My 10-year-old daughter, you cannot speak Yoruba around her.
Yeah,
She'll
my
tell
son
me
speaks
everything you
so.
said.
My son speaks so. He speaks Yoruba. And has never been to Nigeria.
Exactly. So it's a thing to be proud of. I'm not ashamed to speak Yoruba now.
let's give them your social media handles where people can always follow you on Instagram.
On Instagram, Sean Jimo. One. Instagram. And
Is there an underscore before the one?
Nope.
Just Sean Jimo.
And that's the only one that matters. Twitter, I'm not a fan. I have it, but I don't even think I remember.
Snapchat,
I'm not really active on Snapchat.
TikTok.
But I have Sean Jimo 1 on TikTok too. But
Instagram
is just my thing. Like I don't want. I'm a very straight person. I don't want plenty drama.
But the world is actually moving to other platforms.
Like
everybody's so comfortable on Instagram now.
Like what?
But not knowing that the world like TikTok.
Are they monetizing?
Yes. TikTok actually started monetizing for Instagram.
But this
Instagram just started monetizing.
But this is it. TikTok. People do stuff on TikTok and bring it to Instagram.
That's the thing. Before, why Instagram is still relevant is because people pick content from TikTok to bring on Instagram. So TikTok alone is a different.
Why are they not leaving it on TikTok?
Do you know that?
Why are they picking it from
But
why are they taking it to Instagram if TikTok had enough?
Instagram doesn't have content. That's why this.
No, they do. But why do you think? My question is: do you know that even in Yankee now they are trying to stop people from TikToking because they feel like the company? No, apart from the company was taking too much information from people. So they are trying to. They'll tell you not to sign up for it, but I don't think they can actually.
We have like on social media, everything starts from TikTok.
No, it still doesn't remove the fact that Instagram is still the front runner.
Yeah, it is.
When it comes to social media,
even
ahead of Twitter.
I think Instagram is our time.
The world.
Something better is going to come up.
If the world would have moved from Instagram, it would have moved during Corona.
Yeah.
TikTok had its time to shine and stay, but it couldn't stay.
It didn't stay.
It didn't.
Instagram is there.
Everybody went back to
Because
Instagram.
You're not really active on.
Are you saying we're old?
TikTok. I'm not saying you're old. I said you're not really active on TikTok. That you're not saying.
How many of your content creators in Nigeria are on TikTok?
Bro, a
actively?
lot. They are even rushing to go there now, so they don't miss the trend
No, I
of
think it's
having
because
plenty
of
followers.
the editing, the filter.
A lot of
TikTok,
it's
TikTok
creating
gives
content.
TikTok gives a chance for you to edit a lot. So
Create
that's yeah.
content for
But come. Instagram,
Oh, yeah,
TikTok,
coming
or
to
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all these things, right? None of them are Africans. When are we going to have our own social media?
Never.
Africans.
Never. Let me tell you why.
Why did
Let me
you say
tell you
never?
why.
Why did you say never?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why today. This thing I'm about to say is very important. Ekuke dogs are called local dogs in Nigeria. People hate them, and they are Nigerian dogs. Nigerians don't like they don't like local. They only like imports. Tokemakara had a bag line. Nobody bought it.
She has a bag line.
Of course she does.
What's a bag line called? Check it for
I
me.
don't. I can't remember, but she
Check it
does.
for me.
Yeah, I think it's
Nobody buys
check
it.
for me.
People, Nigerians.
She has a bag line.
Anybody that becomes successful in Nigeria,
nobody's
he is
patronizing
God
her.
though. He is God though. It's only
Check it for
air
me.
that they buy because they don't have a choice. They can't buy from abroad. They have to buy from vendors. About
She has
people are buying her bags. No. Of course, our close circle will buy.
Yeah.
But is she making
What's
this?
the line
Do you know
called?
what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I can assemble 100 girls randomly, and not one will have Tokemakara's bag. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be like that.
Hmm.
Which is not the lowest
Okay,
price is
well,
40k.
I-
If you people that
let me
hang
see.
out on a
Let me
daily
see.
basis,
Does
do
she
you know how
have
much you
pictures?
spend?
Of the bags.
So it's not expensive for Nigeria. That's $100, less than
They're
$100.
beautiful.
Beautiful, but nobody will buy because they don't want that to become big. It's the truth.
Yes, that's
It's the absolute truth. You see,
these are beautiful bags, so and it's expensive.
all the artists in
75K?
Nigeria, if it was left to just Nigerians, nobody will have money. I'm telling you the truth.
She even has the one for 35k.
Nigerians will never.
Oh, they will never support you. That's why the industry,
They
even
only claim it when other people abroad have not accepted it.
exactly. That's why even I used to tell people,
Wow.
everybody that made it in America, right? Every Nigerian that made it in America, they are already made in America that we're looking up to. The moment they start associating themselves with Nigeria, people now start to downgrade them. Can mention names. You want me to mention names?
Yeah.
I don't want to mention names. Before Wale came to Nigeria, do you know how Nigerians used to look at him? He was Hollywood. He was an American star now.
Yeah.
The moment he started coming to Nigeria, they rate him again like that. They don't rate him like that again. Jidena. See finish, they enter. Once Nigeria, that's how you see people finish. The only reason they are rating Davido and Wizkid like that is because they can't approach them. Those ones don't even send them like that. They send them. They love them as Nigerians, but they are so. Wizkid is like a small god that people look up to. So there's this all that people have of him. Davido, there's this. Oh, David is a great guy that people have. But the rest, when they like you small, do one small thing, they'll drag you down. And Nigerians are always happy when bad things happen to people, especially celebrities. They'll want gist. Your life don't scatter. You don't do. They'll be happy. Somebody's marriage breaks, you're happy. I knew it. I knew their marriage could not last. Who are you to know somebody's marriage cannot last?
Chill.
For real? Am I lying?
Yeah, for real. The dude is so real.
Somebody will say, I've been waiting for this news.
I knew
it was going to happen.
Alone. What kind of society is that? That's why the celebrities too hate the people, and they're always talking them down.
Yeah.
Because Nigerians can make you hateful of them. It's very true, especially when you have money. Look at the way they throw copy.
I have so much respect for Copy, and you know why? I don't know how she was able to build that thick skin, because the girl will always come back. If they finish her today, tomorrow she'll come. I'm like, I'm a survivor.
I can bet Copy has cried and cried
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Many times. Is it a crime to be rich?
And they'll just wake up in the morning and just say, okay, is this girl we want to finish today?
It's not a
They'll
crime
just
to be
going,
rich now.
Keep going. Say,
It's not a crime.
nobody even acknowledge any
effort
work that girl has ever
They
done.
feel like because she's rich, nothing can get to her. Really? No, she's not allowed to be sad because she's rich.
They feel
Yeah.
because she's rich, everything she has is a result of who she is.
Yeah.
And it's not true. One of the biggest challenges of rich kids is outshining their parents. You are not their concern. They want to be bigger than their parents.
My fellow, would you daddy me?
You understand? That's their only goal in life. That's why it's frustrating for them, because in business they know it's hard. You understand?
Yeah.
So they try to find a way where it might be a little easier for them to have a name that they won't call them by their parents' name anymore.
And she's done so much.
She's doing a lot.
Copy did a whole lot of work. A whole lot of work. I knew there was somebody that was working with me that was actually part of camera crew. I need the time that I needed the guy, and he told me they were in Zimbabwe or something doing like African tour for her, and I could imagine the kind of hard work that has gone into that process. But still, they will still come back here and reach her. Why can't we just accept people for who they are and just give them their flowers? Like, okay, you've done so much.
Maybe when the person is dead.
Yeah. When you're now dead, now they will now be posting pictures and be writing nonsense.
R.I.P. What did you do to actually uplift this person?
Anyway,
Africa.
may God help us.
Africa. Hey, Nigeria. Nigeria is not a sane society. Honestly.
He kept saying that.
Oh my God.
It's not
Oh
sane.
my goodness. I don't know how I can say this. Nigeria is not a sane society. Nigeria is like a psychiatric home. People are not functioning properly. Abuse. Do you know, if you've ever been molested in your life, you never forget it?
Yeah.
Even as a kid.
Yeah.
If somebody has ever touched you inappropriately, even at age 2, it stays with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now, you try to put it to the back because you don't want to deal with the trauma, but it affects every decision you make in life.
And different issues just trigger it every time.
Absolutely.
Your day-to-day life triggers it.
Police brutality alone is enough to make somebody have a mental breakdown in this country.
Word.
Now, how the FCC, NDLEA, normal people, agents,
SARS,
house agents,
419,
SARS, car drivers, estate security people.
OAPs.
Okay, let me tell you. Thank God you mentioned OAP. During December, right? I think it was around just before Christmas. I was listening to the radio in my car, and this OAP was just talking and saying, "Oh, how much have you saved the whole year for Dirty December?" And somebody called in and said, she was able to save 500k. You know what the OAP said? 500k. You better keep your money till. How can you say that? Is it easy to gather 500,000 in Nigeria? Is it easy? How can you rubbish on radio somebody's effort through the year?
And that thing sticks with that person.
Yeah.
You know, even the way they don't talk
Because
about, you know,
the
stick
truth
with
is
me.
the 500k we use it to eat as well.
Exactly, but still,
But she was supposed to still acknowledge. I know where
it's
the way
because
she's
she's
coming from.
disconnected. It's either she's disconnected from reality or she's
Fancy.
just being fake.
Yeah.
Because I can bet the OP probably doesn't have 500k in her account. 500k is small money.
100.
500k.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you
a
for
pleasure.
doing this.
I'm a fan too.
I really appreciate it. I'm the biggest fan that you can ever think of. Ladies and gentlemen, Shon Jimo. Thank you.
Oh, my name is Jobless.